You might be surprised to hear that Maddox's career is not dead yet. In fact, he actually found a sound that is completely different than any rapper in the underground scene today. Now, I am not saying that he has the craziest views right now. In fact, his views are much lower than they used to be. But he has been able to keep a very consistent fan base that continuously supports his music. I want you to delete the old image of Maddox in your head and replace him with this one. Wait, no, not that one. Hold on. I never claimed he had good fashion sense, okay? Replace him with this version of Maddox. Yeah, he is no longer the fidget spinning kid he once was, and that's because he is 20 years old now, and it's not 2017. If you're someone that has not kept up with Maddox, this rebranding might seem quite sudden, but actually, he's been changing around his sound since like 4 or 5 years ago, and it has slowly developed into what it is now, which I am going to call crack rap. I'm joking, but if that catches on, I won't complain. I don't even know how to start explaining his sound, but it's like an extremely aggressive vocal sound that a lot of artists have not really done before, at least in the way that Maddox is doing it. It's very unique, and that's why he still has a big community, and that's because he wasn't scared to change. He wasn't scared to evolve his music and release some pretty bad music on the way up to the top. That's not a joke. Oh my god. I showed y'all last time when I made a video on Maddox, so I'm gonna do it again. Play Dazed. Days in the summer light. But it was worth it in the long run, because we eventually got songs like Tread Shit, Cracked Out, and Ambition that we would have never got if he was scared to change his sound and just kept making the OG Maddox music. Which, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of good bangers from the OG Maddox era, like Cash Money, as I like to call it, Beam Me Up, and Where Was You At? But after a while, that sound really just got stale. And, well, Maddox hit puberty. Like, come on, he's 20 years old now, his voice is a lot more deeper than it was when he was on Cash Money with xxxtentacion, and I'm gonna keep calling it Cash Money, alright? Let's make that the new official name of Money Sign. I really don't even know what to call it. But since then, Maddox has got a lot older, is pretty much what I'm saying. He's went from being a squeaker to a hippie, alright? He's been improving. When it comes to people hating on Maddox, it usually has to do with his hair, which is just free-form dreadlocks. It takes a long time to actually form, and that's why his hair is the way that it is. It takes a lot of time to free-form dreadlocks. It is not an easy thing, and it takes a lot of commitment. And the fact that people have probably told him to cut it left and right in person, and he refused, tells you a lot about the commitment that Maddox has. If he wants it, he gets it. If you think about it, it's quite poetic. He could have fell off, but instead, he refused and committed. You see where I'm going with this? Probably not. I'm pretty stupid after all. I'm brain dead. But for an artist that blew up off of one song that only got like 30 million views, like the music video anyways, it probably got to over 100 million streams on Spotify and whatnot. But for someone who has literally just been known for 1 or 2 songs, being on an X track, and his one song spinning fidget spinners, it is quite impressive that he remained as relevant as he is today. You would think he would be struggling to pull in 10,000 views, but surprisingly, he has a very committed following, and that's because you cannot be scared to change, like I said. So take that as a lesson, and that is the lesson of today's video. Don't be afraid of change. Change is good, and it's inevitable, or inevitable, or as I don't know. Due to my brain not properly braining today, I am going to cut this video short. If you enjoyed, like the video, turn on those post notifications because it really helps with the channel and it notifies you when I upload a new video. But like I said, subscribe, like the video, comment down below how you feel about Maddox and what's your favorite song. And with that being said, y'all stay safe, stay notorious, peace out.